and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Jay Norris to the stage.
Hey. Jay Norris, as many know, was introduced at his last moments, but up until this point, Lifeinvader was able to take this new era by storm. The guy that became the CEO to this entity already seen the direction how his social media went before his time. Back in 2008, a platform called My Room was the popular thing. This time frame, we got to see this in Liberty City. The platform at hand, in a way, set a blueprint having any and everybody on it, from catfish pages all the way to people just plain out playing a role. They even, of course, picked up controversy from the people actually on it. But again, it showed the power and it being a topic it had everywhere. Forget the actual topic about to be shown, but pay attention to actually how many people were on this domain worldwide.
Officials say 8 million registered sex offenders have accounts on MyRoomOnline.net.
The popular social networking site located at MyRoomOnline.net has politicians pledging to protect children by monitoring the rest of us. Many citizens agree.
That My Room is awful. The internet is full of perverts and should be turned off. I've had a My Room page with a picture of me taking a sponge bath, and nobody wants to be my friend.
Others love the My Room site.
I have 10,000 My Room friends. They're like my best friends, except they're complete strangers that stalk me. It's so Web 2.0.
The only reason, though, LC specifically matters is for the fact Jay Norris, the founder, was in the state of Liberty witnessing the same direction, which was seeing the influence sites like this had. To say the least, things starting off innocent. Back to My Room real quick, it was already a public company, investors and etc., although it came off as a friendly and for the people type of entity. Even though really it was the opposite due to the people actually own it, but it still was for the people to run to regardless. It was even another site at this time mentioned, that being Bleeter. Their format was just about the same, but on their page, they even revealed what they all tried to get out of people. Their design was the reason these sites were even popular in full to begin with. On their front page, they revealed the trick. Revealing their way to get people was to fill voids, to say the least. This was again Bleeter's thing, what I'm about to say, but this was the formula again for all sites with millions already on it. Life suddenly gets interesting, life suddenly gets quick, and life suddenly gets dangerous when you own it. If this only happens on a site, it shows the power and why people even run to these different platforms. You can even make the case that people who built these things, including Jay, were once who they catered to at the time. The Bleeter founder even stated his plan, but of course it's definitely the same for a lot of other founders, from how it starts to how it ends up going when it's not a corrupting motive, while playing out foreshadowing Lifeinvader. This guy went to say how things don't start from wanting money, but founding it, like other social networks, they get popular, then cash out to sell to an old guy at a media company who would quickly learn they bought something that's going to be obsolete as soon as the next poppin' site blows up. This alone was what made Jay start building Lifeinvader, again, doing things that got My Room and Bleeter attention for the same result as well. After 08, My Room was still a thing for a while, people of course still doing their duty on the site, but once Jay Norris got what he needed before making Lifeinvader a public company, his plan of course continued. Only 4 years after 09 was all it took for Lifeinvader to be the new go-to, gaining over 1 billion people with an account running to what he had a part in. My Room and Bleeter had millions, which is crazy too, but 1 billion confirmed plenty of investors and people's lives again, suddenly getting interesting, suddenly getting quick, and getting dangerous when you're on it. And keep in mind, this was Bleeter's formula. But even then, I think that's for every media platform. Bleeter would still be around at this point, and even show that it was in fact a public company, with it being on Ballsack or anywhere else you get stock from in game, showing he wasn't telling lies. But the same couldn't be said about My Room for the fact alone, as many know, Lifeinvader. On their homepage, it was revealed by the founder that he personally held Jay Norris responsible for his fall, even going to say how they created a monster and got devoured by it, referring to Jay, showing in fact a blueprint was followed, but him taking things to another level after having the better thing. He even confirmed this during his speech after saying how things changed since him starting Lifeinvader in the Caraways, which was him now getting into tech.
This company has come a long way since we started it in my parents' pool house in East Caraway. Today, you're about to witness a new phase. Full-on, weapons-grade, red alert, world domination!
Again, for a lot, it might start off innocent, but Jay can be the result when you see the money willing to make things bigger than ever before as a founder. Lifeinvader, in fact, became non-avoidable. All three protagonists had an account. Even the last protagonist before this point had an account with his friends and family to be on it as well. If a guy like Nico had a Lifeinvader page, again, it showed the power Lifeinvader actually has, not had. People can be seen incriminating themselves, putting their personal life on it for all to see. Even Michael's kids made fun of him that he doesn't have a lot of friends on the site, showing this being a lot of people's day-to-day life, that it really mattered. Controversy from would even happen, again, from the people on the site, just like how my room did. But people of all kinds having a reason to be on there, whether if there wasn't much in real life, or just to use it as a way of fame, or anything in between, Jay's plan would still be bigger than ever before. Learning people's lives is his platform. At this point, again, he's a big name and somewhat relatable to people being a young face, along with, again, just being one of the biggest companies known at this point. But with this, he used that to continue to milk, showing him being on this stage to be a big deal to all these people. His company being out there, he even took things a step further to even have devices with the Lifeinvader stamp, which was again the next level thing. The first thing being a tablet, with of course the retail price being telling. But before I get into that, their slogan alone was even telling, that being, quote, "It's not technology, it's your life," showing he knew their site were many others people's lives. So of course making technology would be the next thing he tackled. This device I'm about to show would of course have a commercial, but again, it was built for people stuck in the world of the internet. Now Lifeinvader playing a part in it.
The Lifeinvader tablet. It's time to dock. The future is now. Lifeinvader, the social networking site, announces its new tablet.
It's not technology. It's your life. Live it the way you want.
With a device that tells you what to do. It's time to dock.
They would even say something telling regarding Lifeinvader, going to say how they skipped generations of their lives so others wouldn't have to. Although if you think about it, they would. Continuing to show none of this never was for the better, outside of simply just enlarging Lifeinvader after skipping generations to make Lifeinvader happen.
The Lifeinvader tablet. We've skipped a generation, so you don't have to. Live tomorrow. You will be connected to humanity. You will be docked. Invasion never felt so good. The Lifeinvader tablet.
He even went to say what he did regarding the people on Lifeinvader and the people on the tablets, showing this. Although, as we're going to see, it would be overlooked for the fact alone people were too blind to see.
We have put 1 billion people's private data in the public domain, and we have milked every penny we could in the process. And we have one of the youngest workforces in the world. An average age of only 14.4 years. That's not just impressive, it's revolutionary!
But regardless, again, he couldn't do any wrong as far as the people that actually followed Jay Norris. Hours before this point though, we actually see the things he got into deeper than his speech to make his ways look good. This will come from someone biased, but even though that's the case, it's still telling enough regarding what Lifeinvader became, along with the one behind it. As many know, Lester was seen early to have it out for Jay, but even before I get to what I'm about to say, although Lester didn't like him, he even made an account on his site to even say what he's about to say, showing the power it had just to speak on the guy that made the site he's talking about. But instantly, Lester was seen to of course hate Lifeinvader, going to call Lifeinvader redundant, along with it being on stolen code. But again, this confirmed Jay starting things off how the blueprint of a social media was. Lester's ways was even called out after someone he's been around noticed him down in Lifeinvader, going to say how he secretly loves it, showing Lester even being in that pool, still being on it with his gripes. But he would of course continue, going to ask when CEOs like Jay will get what they felt they deserved, even saying to end corporate greed. But as many know, Lester and Michael reconnecting, we will continue to hear insight after he gets an alert of him doing his keynote speaking.
Yeah, well, since you put it like that...
Hey, shut up a minute. I'm getting an iFind alert. That little college boy sack of shit, phony fuck.
Who? Jay Norris?
Yes, that fuck is a lying bastard. I've read his fucking emails. He's a fucking cheat.
Lester referring Jay to be a cheat went to show him knowing a lot he hid from people, although he says it. This alone, Michael went to say what Jay Norris says, which is of course telling.
I heard him say that he saved America.
Jay saying how he saved America gives us more insight on who he portrayed to be.
What, by outsourcing all the jobs? By selling us little bits of plastic restricted access shit? Well, now it's payback time, you lying turd.
The hell are you talking about?
You are about to get that white-collar gig that you always dreamed of, Mikey. Here, take this fashionably retro weird for a 45-year-old man, but I cannot let go of the 1980s bag, and dress yourself up like a billionaire math genius with low-level Asperger's. You better be ready for the minor glitch of your repulsive pseudo-messianic life.
Lester had a darker reason to have it out for Jay, but that's for another time. But with this, we still would see the corruption inside Lifeinvader. Immediately arriving to the Lifeinvader office, we're met with a disgruntled employee about the scene smoking a cigarette from the stress of working there. But with this, he reveals the work he was tasked to do by his program manager.
Hey.
Hey. Oh, great. PM's pushing for more functionality. But we are maxed. I mean, if anything, we have to strip features, especially if we plan on releasing a fully priced update a year later. Oh my, it's...
Yeah, well, you gotta do what you gotta do,
I mean, we're talking beta in Q4, maybe Q3. Look, milestones are one thing, but when design is changing its mind seemingly overnight, there's not much you can do about it. You know what I'm saying?
This alone would show the greed people like Jay had in the company. They didn't have to drop things, they just gave a word as long as they met milestones, like Ricky implied, even if he skips generations to make it happen, ironically one of their mottos.
My union allocated smoke breaks about up, so...
Wait a minute, do I know you?
Yeah, I think so.
IT temp, right?
Yeah.
You gotta do something for me.
You gotta put it in a ticket.
No.
Actually, being in the Lifeinvader building now, though, we of course see them being in a bubble. But literally, the writing would be on the wall. The drawing board literally is something that says data is there to be abused, but it's crossed out replacing that to say shared. That alone was the corruption. The only reason I feel that it was crossed out was for the fact alone, the people day to day in the building still had that innocent mindset Jay used to have. It's even a note made by the corrupted to say, as long as people don't read the terms of service, they're doing nothing wrong. Even on their fruit desktop, it's a folder that says farmed user data, showing all they had to do. But there's examples of innocent people here.
Foot bang, dig fast.
Ow!
Come on, you're gonna have to learn the foot bag if you want to get a job here, okay? Follow me.
Okay.
Oh, how's your air guitar?
Oh,
All right, follow me.
Okay.
When we go mobile, we'll be able to track all their movements. We'll know everything. That's so cool. Dude, the government's thanking us for selling nearly 1 billion people's personal data. LOL.
Jay thinks being a quirky douche boosts creativity. He's this close to installing a ball pit. He's become such a cock, and we'll be outsourced to Molly. If we don't keep smiling, the cameras will pick it up.
Saying that to say no one would really even expect what's about to happen, not even Michael. Although they slaved to make this thing come to life, Ricky was still even seen to take pride in making his work come to life. For the fact alone, Lifeinvader wasn't just technology, it was his life. And everyone else that was here in this building at this exact moment and watching him do the speech.
Hey, have you seen the prototype in the demo room? When Norris announces it at the keynote, minds are gonna blow.
Yes, they are.
Michael even took time to admire this device after having it in his hands.
Oh, nice.
All right, next, someone inspire me.
A chip in your brain that tracks your every thought.
Boring, right? We are already in late alpha on that, lobbying Congress to push it through.
Today, right here, we're about to make the next step. Prepare to witness the future. the Lifeinvader mobile device. Yes, we've invented something no one else has ever thought of. A small, personal, computerized device.
The fact he even got that off like this wasn't a thing continued to show the influence he had. As we're going to see, the crowd will go wild, even with things telling as far as him doing harm.
Now you're going to be able to stay docked 24/7. On the bus, you can dock. On the subway, stay docked. You can be docked in at home, and at the same time, you're docking with some kids at the public pool.
He's basically saying what he saw early on, people being robots, just now being the one that had the product with that result. He would even bring up fruit, saying what they tried to do, but with this, he revealed a lot. On his phone was stolen anyway.
We went to the guys at Fruit Computers, and we told them we wanted to make our hardware as compatible as possible. But you know what? They're not interested in sharing their technology. So we went and made it compatible anyway. Now you can dock your Lifeinvader to an iFruit phone or any other device, and it'll take all the data off it and reformat it into Lifeinvader friendly information.
But here we will see his keynote be tarnished after whoever was in charge to column didn't. This alone showed again Lifeinvader being people's lives and how it could have affected them.
At around this point in my presentation, there was meant to be a call from my product team to introduce the device. But we're experiencing some technical difficulties. I hate to keep you waiting any longer, but trust me, it's worth it. And don't worry, I will fire several people for this.
But of course, as we know, he gets a call and the rest is history.
Huh, hold on a second. I think someone's trying to dock with me.
Hello?
Get security! And first aid! No filming. No filming.
Breaking news.
Jay Norris has head blown off on TV. Jay Norris, Lifeinvader CEO and controversial champion of openness and data mining, had his data mined all over the stage when his head was blown off while giving a keynote speech to shareholders at the Vinewood Bowl. Mr. Norris was demonstrating the new Lifeinvader telephone when a bomb was triggered, killing him instantly. Police are unsure of the motives. Lifeinvader shares are down on the news.
Jay's death, of course, many would mourn. Even their stock would crash behind this. For the fact alone, no one wants to pit money or buy an explosive device. But keep in mind, Lifeinvader is still Lifeinvader. Saying that to say, even with this, they were able to bounce back, just with a new face. The problem Jay faced was wanting to take his platform to where he never seen things, although it came about from things he seen early on at a simpler time. And the fact he became overly successful, he built a huge ego, of course.
It's Ricky from Lifeinvader. I know you're the bro who deactivated Jay, bro.
Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about, pal.
What you do's your business, bro. Anyway, Jay really got a big head once people started calling him a god.
Ricky saying this alone, and he worked for him, showed they couldn't tell him nothing. The things he did, again, came from a good place, but it got cutthroat when things became business. That simple.
Did Michael tell you about Lifeinvader?
Oh shit, y'all two did that?
Look forward. We're two strangers having a friendly chat, and don't pretend that you liked Jay Norris.
Oh man, I don't know, homie. I mean, yeah, the dude outsourced work to child slaves, then stole and sold everybody's private information, and even ripped his own friends' ideas off and walked around like the Messiah while doing it, but man, I don't think the nigga deserved to have his fucking head blowed off on TV.
And again, just because we seen Lifeinvader's stock go down, didn't mean it wouldn't be a thing that was no longer. Years down the line, things will still be the same. The only thing that changed is that they beefed up security, cameras being in spots it wasn't years before.
Keep an eye out for any Lifeinvader security. Okay, there should be servers in the building that hold everybody's account information. At least I think that's how it works.
But all of this show was how Jay Norris made Lifeinvader and turned it into a monopoly, even after his untimely demise.